What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Demo Team podcast. We're here with the ever talented Caleb Gatling from Laylines, buyers of the Albatross. How you doing, man?
Doing good. How you doing, man?
I'm hanging in there.
I feel that. I feel that.
Oh yeah. So you've been rather busy lately. It seems like you've been doing a lot of features.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the features
Yeah,
never stop over
the
here.
features never stop. Yeah. I mean, obviously, the Grapevine Gossip one, which we talked about a few weeks ago, that was a super cool song. But also, one that I was kind of curious about was your feature with Notions.
Oh yeah, that was pretty sick. So I got put on to Notions from my buddy Mitch. Me and him played in a band called Dream Sick quite a few years ago. And we talk music pretty much every other month or so. And he was telling me about the Notions guys, and I follow the band backwards pretty I keep a close eye on them, and they did a song together, and that's what really put me onto them. But I realized I had Kalen on Facebook for a long time. So I hit him up about doing a track together, and yeah, we got that Run Yo Pockets the opera thrown together rather quickly.
Now it's funny, you don't even realize like there's all these people in bands that you're friends with on Facebook, but you don't realize it because they, band names or whatever. But yeah, it's you'd be surprised how many like musicians you're like somewhat acquainted with.
Yeah, it was pretty funny and kind of wild.
That's cool because I actually saw Notions, I think maybe once or twice in the last year because they're from Dallas, and so I always catch them at like emo nights. I think they might have played the Battle of the Bands to get into So What last year, but I'm not totally sure if they did or not.
If not, I know they were on So What last year.
They
So
are,
that,
and they're on it
yeah,
this year too,
yeah,
which
they're
I
on it
might hit
this
them
year
up
for
for
certain.
tickets, but for discount tickets, but we'll
Oh
see.
hell yeah. Yeah, I know they were most certainly on last year. I don't know if they did the Battle of the Band specifically, but that sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean it's a super cool project, but I guess back to you. What have you been up to lately?
Oh man, just working on new music. I got three of them in the tank right now that I got
Three in the
the
tank.
yes, I got three
Oh,
of
I love it.
the masters back. I'm pretty excited. We got one slated for later this month, June
For
30th.
ley lines or
Yeah, Laylines featuring Q for
oh, dude, I love Q.
yeah. Yeah, Q's great, man. Me and
Yeah.
him have been chopping it up quite a bit lately. He's put me on game about some mixing and mastering tips for vocals. He's a great guy.
Dude, he was a great interview too.
Oh yeah, I listened to that one for certain.
Which, if y'all don't know, listeners, Q was the original vocalist for Marionette. So
Yes.
that's his rap project. I guess his name's Quentin, right? Or Quinn?
Quinn. Yeah,
Quinn. Yeah.
Quinn
Yeah.
Quinn White.
Quinn White. Yeah.
I think
And
his rap name is just his initials and the
just
first
his
letter of his
initials.
name.
Yeah. Well, it's QEW is what it is,
Yeah.
but yeah. Oh, it is his name. Okay, I get it. All right. Yeah. I
Yeah.
was like, I'm definitely looking forward to that because like I think y'all probably both complement each other very well, like because y'all are both very like soulful in your music. So
Oh yeah. And I think people are really gonna like what he did on this. He he did something quite different, and I'm very excited for it to come out. It's a different sound from Laylines.
oh,
Uh
all right.
Leyline's typical sound, but I'm very excited for it. I'm
Well,
actually
like,
working on uploading it right now.
oh really? Oh well, I mean, ley lines like kind of feels like it moves around a lot.
Yeah, and that was sort of the goal with Laylines, is to sort of blend multiple genres and to kind of keep people on their toes. But for what he did on this track, I think people are really gonna get a kick out of it. It's really fire.
Do you got a name for it or
Yeah, the name is Clear Heart Compass.
clear our compass? All right. And when can we expect that out?
June 30th.
That's right around the corner.
Yeah, a couple weeks from now. If I can get everything all set up, then yes, that should be the
Perfect.
date.
So what else you got? You guys said you got a few things.
Yeah, I got a solo track. I've we've been working on getting a music video for one of our tracks, and it just keeps falling through. Michigan weather is just so unpredictable. But that one that one still needs to get mixed and mastered, but I have another solo track that's mixed and mastered, and I'm shooting to do a music video for that here relatively soon. I just got to get the location booked down. And the other one is a sort of a collab with Elizabeth Grace. She's pretty big on YouTube. She used to do a lot of like piano covers of
All right.
big emo songs.
Oh, that's
That
fun.
one's slated more for the end of the year. I got some big things I want to do with that one.
So when you say solo, you're just talking about yourself under Laylines?
Yeah, it'll just be under ley
Okay.
lines. But it's like a I guess solo band track. It's just me. No feature on that one.
But I guess another big feature that you did recently was your feature with Grapevine Gossip. It's cool because the history, like that y'all all have shared together, which was I think just really interesting because y'all were in like Fire Said the Albatross together and things like that. It's kind of like this full circle.
Yeah. Yeah, they were both in Tross before I joined and after I joined. But yeah, we've had a shared history for a very, very long time. The first time I ever even did vocals on stage was because Sebastian from Grapevine Gossip pulled me up when he was in Fires of the Albatross because he knew I knew the song. So that was the first time I ever did anything in front of a live band. So yeah, we were all interconnected, and Devin was at my wedding.
I heard him talk about that on that other on a fuck was that one
The
VIP
VIP,
playlist. Yeah,
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 Devin's fantastic. Oh,
yeah.
and I've only met AJ, I think once. We met at a show we both played together back when he was in This Far.
But Devin, he was in Fires of the Albatross for a long time, right?
Yes, he was in Tross for a very, very long.
It was like y'all were like longtime members, right? The two of y'all are.
Sebastian and I think at this point I've been in Tross longer, but I know Sebastian and Devin were both in Tross when I joined.
Okay.
Or maybe Sebastian had just left and then he came back. But yeah, Devin was a longtime member, almost founding.
But y'all were like together, I guess was the question. Y'all were in the band together for quite a while.
Yeah, Devin and
All right.
Sebastian they were together longer than I was with either of them individually.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I guess we talked about like trying to get you on like a year ago with Fire Said the Albatross, and so it's kind of like we get to talk about Fire Said the Albatross and Leyline, so it's like get a little bit of both histories, which is
yeah. I mean, I can kind of give you my brief history, or I guess not brief history, but my history of Tross and how that came about.
Let's hear it.
So when I was in high school, I met a local band at the mall, and I wasn't really into metal at that point. I was hanging out with my emo friends, and they were all into metal, but I wasn't. And this local band approached us.
What were you into at that point? Might I ask?
I was super into like YouTube rap,
All
like
right.
underground rappers. So super
So
into
like,
Hobson. And
okay.
yeah. So they're more of
Right
the
on.
YouTube scene, 6 seconds and Shofu and stuff like that. And I was beatboxing into a straw, and they came up and started freestyling over the beatboxing, and I was like, oh, these guys are cool. And then they invited us to their battle of the bands, and I fell in love with that local band, and they had a feature. Oh snap, I just smacked the crap out of my microphone.
It's okay. I didn't hear anything, so we're good.
But they had a feature from Devin, and so I found Devin's band, which was Fire to the Albatross, and I just fell in love with the whole local scene. So I did like a local metal medley cover, and it was the first time Fire to the Albatross ever had someone cover one of their songs. So Doug, who's the drummer for Tross, he hit me up, and then I just got to talking. I went out and met the guys, and then I pretty much followed them around for like a year. Any show they were playing at, I showed up at. And then I joined Dreamsick, and we all did a sort of a local festival together. And I think that was the first time they saw that I actually had some vocal chops. And the next year when they went to do the festival, I had performed a couple of their songs with them. And at this point, I've been doing like features anytime I went to their shows. And Doug was like, you want to just join the band? And he was pretty drunk, so I thought he was just fucking with me, but he was.
But he was serious. So
Yeah, yeah. The next
now here
week,
you are. But
yeah, the next week I was at work and he texted me and he's like, "So you coming out?" And I was like, "Oh, I thought you were just bullshitting with me." But yeah, then I ended up joining, and at that time Sebastian had just left and we had a different singer, and then he came back probably a couple months after that. So then
wait,
yeah,
I'm sorry. You can
no,
keep
go
going if
ahead.
you want. I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
ask: is Sebastian? Is he on any of the Fires of the Albatross recordings? Or
None that have none that are currently out. Um
okay,
there was quite a few out. We sort of did uh a cleaning of our band page when we got our new singer. So I do have some of his old recording. I have quite a few of his old recordings. But yeah, nothing that's currently out.
wait. So who is the current like higher singer? I guess. And
So on what's been released so far, Big Dark Mood, that's Devin. And then
okay,
everything after that is Lucas.
okay,
And
right on,
Lucas
right
is
on.
the current singer.
Because I was like, this kind of sounds like Sebastian, but like not exactly.
Yeah.
But I speaking of the vocals, the Pirates of the Albatross, I think it's a really cool set of like what's going on because like you do like a really cool like low vocals like that I think really fit like that kind of like progginess of Fires of the Albatross.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Obviously, it's like kind of like in that progressive post-hardcore sound, but it kind of like has like that classic like fantasy Ronnie James Dio kind of sound to it too, which is really cool.
Well, thank you.
You're
Um,
welcome.
I've always wished I had the tenor voice, but obviously my voice is much, much deeper. So you got to work with what you got.
Oh, I mean, like I guess like back in I'm assuming we're like kind of somewhat similar age, but like back when we were growing up, it was like everything was about hitting the high notes, and like I think, and a lot of people realized they didn't have very good like head voice falsettos and things like that, like me. But like no, it's like it's kind of really cool, like to I think be different in that regard. It really fits like that style of music that you're going for because it's not really like weren't really writing with like standard like song structure.
Thank you. Yeah, we're we're very proggy. We're very progressive. Um, they Doug does not like to write with a standard with the standard way of songwriting, which is cool. I think it gives us a unique sound.
Oh yeah, which is like kind of interesting because I was kind of thinking it sounds like Chiodos, which is and y'all have a Craig Owens like
Yep.
feature, which is super cool. Which I'm kind of wondering is that like was that intentional or
Oh yeah, for especially for Big Dark Mood. So the original idea was we had seen a post for Craig Owens. He said he was looking to do some features, and the band hit the group, or James, our guitar player, hit the group chat and was like, "This would be so cool if we could get Craig Owens." And I was like, "Well, let's find out if we can get him." And so I hit him up. And the original idea was we had just put out a poolside parrot for the first time we released it, and we were going to get it remixed, and the original idea was to throw Craig Owens at the end, but after the guys did some talking, they're like, no, we got to write a song with Craig Owens in mind. So we wrote Big Dark Mood with Craig Owens in mind, and he was so kind. It was such a long process, but he was a super nice dude about the whole thing. And um yeah, so to answer the question, yes, it was written with the
him in
Chiodos
mind?
vibe. And
All
yeah,
right.
Devin demoed out the vocal ideas for Craig Owens,
Okay.
adding the little things he thought Craig Owens would do from listening to Chiodos for so long.
But I guess but it doesn't really feel that out of place in your whole like Fires of the Albatross catalog either. Right? Like y'all, it feels almost like y'all were like somewhat influenced by them too. So
Yeah, I think they definitely were, especially in the younger days. A lot I know coming up, even before I joined the band, they were super into Chiodos. And I got into Chiodos after we got the Craig Owens feature. I didn't even really know who he was.
you didn't know he was. You were just like, fuck it, let's just see.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
It's actually huge, like a really funny coincidence today. I accidentally put on my Chiodo shirt. I didn't even
Oh,
think
that's
about
awesome.
it, but let me see if I get it on camera. But
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
And he's from Michigan too, right? I think.
yeah, yeah. I think he's from the Muskegon area, which is kind of where we do all of our stuff at. a little like a couple minutes away from Muskegon, and Devin lives in Muskegon, and
All right.
so he was super. He left us a really nice message after we got the whole feature together, and he was saying he was super happy that people from his area are still getting down and getting grimy.
Man, well, one of these days he'll have to jump on stage with you, Ray.
Oh, that would be sick. That's the dream.
That is the dream for sure. But I guess we're talking about the like that Western Michigan scene, like that. It seems like it's a very active one right now, and it's been for a while. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. The West Michigan scene is super. I wouldn't say competitive. Everyone's pretty collaborative, but like there are quite a few bands coming out with a hunger
A
from Michigan.
hunger, yeah.
Yeah. We've had bands like Sleepwaker blow up here. Hollow Front, they're from around here. I'm trying to think of the other bigger ones. Of Virtues, although I've never really gotten a chance to talk to any of those guys. I Prevail. But
Of
yeah, just
course.
tons of Michigan bands. Yeah, yeah.
Of course, Grapevine Gossip, I think, is like kind of knocking it out of the park so far.
Oh
From
yeah. I told Devin he's got to quit releasing tracks every month. He's putting out my new favorite song every month.
I know it's like everything is just like it's I like they have not put out a bad song and it's all just like A1
Banger after
stuff.
banger.
Yeah, exactly. But I guess when did the Leyline start? When did that project start for you?
That started, I think the idea originated about 3 years ago. So it was in 2020. So everyone was locked down, and um the Tross stuff kind of skid to a halt, and there was we were trying to get things figured out and reconfigure things. We were switching to a new tuning, and just everything was getting I always describe Tross as a fine wine band. Takes a lot of time to get everything together, but it comes out really nice. But I was telling them I need a beer band. It's just something that I can put
Just put
out.
shit out like
Yeah,
quick. Yeah.
yeah. So I could get the musical ideas just out there. And so originally I put out a track under a different band name called Lost Spirit. I did a cover of Cross Me by Ed Sheeran,
Yeah.
and that was supposed to be like the start.
Is that
But
still out there? Or?
yeah, yeah, you can still find that. It's up on YouTube and on Spotify. And then after that, I was just having a hard time finding people to because I can't play instruments to save my life. So I was having a hard time finding instrumentalists. And I think about a year after that, I got in touch with the guy who did all the instrumentals for the stuff coming out under Laylines, Ryan Cunningham. He did a lot of instrumentals for a lot of the bigger YouTube people. Me and him got in touch, and I was like, well, I just want to try putting out music as like a solo act. So I was like, let's just start with a cover. And then after we did that and we were just talking, vibing, I was like, all right, you want to do a whole project together? And he was like, hell yeah.
And that
So
cover, was that Lucid Dreams, or was there another cover before that?
the first cover was Your Turn to Roll, the
Oh,
Critical
okay.
Role theme song. So that was
Yeah.
the first one I did.
Which
And
that
then
that kind of sounds a lot. That sounds a lot like Fireside the Albatross, I thought. So,
yeah, a
and
little
then you
bit.
kind of like after that, you kind of like you kind of see a progression. I think you kind of like
Yeah.
experiment more after that song.
I think with the first one, it was just let's see if I can hold a song by myself.
I,
I just kind of sent him what I currently do and had him write for it, if that makes sense. And so, write what you think would fit for me. And so that was the first one. And then we covered another song after that. And then I asked him, oh, we did the Before He Cheats cover after that. And then I
oh
was like,
yeah, which that was kind of so like your second like song you put out was like for Ghost Killer.
yeah.
That's kind of crazy, honestly. Supposedly, we work. This is affiliated with Ghost Killer, but I like barely know Zach or whatever. But I guess it's kind of like how did like you get on there so quickly? Like, did you know Zach or?
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I wouldn't say like I know Zach, but I had been in talks with Zach, and we had been in talks about some Tross stuff before this,
Okay.
and I think he also shared out our Your Turn to Roll cover. But I had been following Zach for a while because he's really close friends with Dakota from, or previously of Hollow Front, and Dakota has been in the Michigan scene for a very long time. And me and him have had some rapport. But yeah, so he was looking for bands for it, and I originally floated Fires at the Albatross doing a cover for it, but it
Was it the
wasn't
same cover or?
no, it was a totally different song. I think I'm trying to remember what song we were originally going to do. We did end up doing a country cover, and we're going to put that out at some point. We just
All
we've been
right, all
waiting for
right.
a good time. But that we covered oh, what is that song? The one by Lady Antebellum, or
Oh, oh, what's it called? I just need you now, right?
yeah, I Need You Now. Yeah. So
Which I think someone covered that on Punk Goes Pop at some point, but I don't know for I think someone did. I think was maybe the word alive or
oh, that sounds familiar. I think so. Yeah, so when we were trying to put it together, James, our guitar player, was like, I don't want to do this. He's like it doesn't feel us. So I was like, all right, I'll just hit up my boy Ryan and see if he wants to do it. And I talked to Zach. I was like, yeah, I got another guy, and I was talking to Taylor Destroy, and I was like, I could get her on as well. And he was like, all right, if you can get that together relatively quickly, we'll put it out. And I was like, all right, cool. And we got together in like a couple weeks, and yeah, it just have all those stars aligned,
Oh
so to
yeah.
speak.
Well, I think it's a really good cover first off, but also it's like one of those ones where it's like it felt like it's so obvious. I'm surprised that no one did it before you, but like, or
Yeah,
did someone do it before you? Or
no, actually, Zach had a list of songs, the ones that bands I'd already selected, and a couple that he wanted on there. And I saw it and I said, nobody's picked that one. All right, fine, I want to do that one.
and you can do it in a like really cool way. Like I think like doing like a rap version or like your verses like rapping, I think is really cool. Honestly, like I think that's like a whole different take, a whole like kind of unexpected take on like how to approach this song.
Well, thank you. And that was really, that was mainly on Ryan who put it together. He had actually, me and him were talking about it, and I was telling him sort of my idea for the original music, mixing R&B, rap, and metal. And when he was already working on putting that together, he was like, hey man, I'm gonna be upfront with you, I've already done a cover of this for someone else. Would you mind if I shook it up a bit? And I was like, yeah, absolutely, go for it. And then we got what we got, and I was like, yes, this is
All right,
perfect.
so that's why it came together so quick because he already had like it figured out. So
Yeah, he had already done a different version, and he was like, I want to completely just not do the same song over again.
okay,
So
I feel you. I feel you. But I guess it's kind of I think almost shows like it shows your talent in it because like I think a lot you could probably do a rap version like not you but like someone could do a rap version of the like cover of this song and like totally make it sound corny and cheesy and whatever but like you make it sound really like I guess the way you approached it I think you killed it honestly it's like because I think there's a lot that could have gone wrong in like the covering this song to be honest but I think you did it very well.
well, thank you very much. It I'm glad people liked it. That's
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, I haven't listened to that whole like compilation, but like I thought. I mean, that's from the ones I've listened to. That was a very solid one. And I'm kind of wondering, like, are you a country fan or?
um not particularly. I wouldn't say I hate country, like, a lot of people just absolutely hate country, but
Mhm.
I wouldn't say that I hate country. I grew up in sort of a very rural area. Hate that word. Can never say it correctly. But a very like country-esque area
Mhm.
with my grandparents. So I listen to country a lot, so I have an appreciation for it. But
You grew up with it, so you could like
yeah.
you knew like what to hit.
Yeah. And I liked the idea of mixing country and metal because
Oh yeah.
my it really comes from my dad would always make fun of the music I listened to. But he was like, country and emo music is very similar because it's both like whiny.
That's what I've been saying for years.
I was like, I'm mad at you, but you're absolutely correct.
That's no, it's it's literally pop punk. Like
Yeah.
it's all the same. Like what's that? There's
I,
that Valencia song on the banks of the Delaware River. It's like you could do a country cover of that and it would be like seamless. Which one of these days, if I ever put out music, that's kind of like almost what I'm. Well, maybe I won't give away too much, but
oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay. Getting the exclusive here.
Well, I'm trying to get the exclusive from you. I don't need to be talking too much about myself, but so this is the second song you put out, and it's the second cover. When do you get your first original song? When does that come out for this project?
I want to say I can actually just pull it up real quick. We got technology. That came out about 7 months ago, which would make that, if my stuff would quit freaking out, October
October.
2022. That was the first one. That's when I dropped Entrance Made. I want to say Run Your Pockets the Opera technically would be the first original. Yeah, because I get that came out July. So yeah, Run Your Pockets would actually technically be the first original I put out.
We already talked about that, but I mean that's a really cool song with Notions.
Yeah.
Which I mean, y'all should definitely try to. I mean, you should probably try to get a show down here in Texas, and then maybe like
Oh, I would
play
love
the
to.
same. Yeah, with Notions, that would be cool because I mean, Notions plays a lot around Dallas for sure, and I mean, I'm just caught. I'm like not even expecting to, and I like just
Catch a show from them.
I feel like I just catch them like every third show. But so
Oh,
if you
yeah,
ever
I
go
would
on
love
tour, you
to.
should definitely hit up Dallas and see if you can get that going.
Oh, I got some homies down there for certain. The homies in the band King Cold.
All right.
I know a lot of the Backwards guys. I would love to get a show going down there.
Hell yeah. So Entrance Made, that's like your first like original one to come out.
Yeah, and the Notion song was more of a Notion song that
Yeah.
I featured on, but we made it a collaboration effort.
Because you also did the Juice World cover too, which
Yes. I can't even remember when that one came out. I gotta pull up all the receipts. So yeah, I guess that one came out. That one came out after the Your Turn to Roll, at least on my YouTube. But I think officially I had the Before He Cheats cover done first.
which I think the Lucid Dreams one is also really cool too. I mean, and rest in peace, Juice World, who
Yeah,
also loved emo music and wanted
yeah,
like Ronnie Radke to like be on his songs and things like that. So I think that's cool. Like you're kind of like paying tribute to him in this way because it's like we're a rap artist but also like an emo artist too. So
yeah, yeah. And I loved that song quite a bit, the Lucid Dreams. I couldn't get it out of my head. And that's actually part of the reason I covered it. I was like, I need this song out of my head. So if I work on it, maybe I'll stop thinking about it so damn much.
And I mean, they played it everywhere back then. I mean, for a long time, I had a car that didn't have like aux capabilities because it was like an old car. And so like I'd still be listening to FM radio and like they were playing that song all the time. So
oh yeah.
Yeah. And then I think my favorite Leyline song is Hourglass View, which you did with Devin, was his Cerulean Panda project. Like, I think that's honestly my hands down favorite.
That might be one of my favorites as well, of the ones that people have heard. And Devin is probably my favorite artist of all time. Like, so happy I've gotten to work with him because I love his voice. I love everything he does. And me and my wife got super into Andreas, and we were like, man, Devin and Andreas need to do a song together. And I was like, I think I have a way to make this work. Yeah.
I love it. It was a plot the whole time just to
exactly.
It's more like you got them in the same room and then left.
Yeah.
But no, it's a super cool song. I think it's your best work, honestly. So
Thank you. I really enjoy that song, and it was it was really heartfelt to do. It was the the meaning of the song was something me and him were both going through. Me and Devin, and Andrea's really made it work. What that was not what I was imagining for his verse, and I was blown away when he sent me his verse. I really, really like the direction he took it.
I mean, it reminds me like a lot of like early Dance Gavin Dance, like that kind of like where Johnny Craig is like, bringing like R&B into like, post hardcore, but he's like, and like people have like done it before, but it's like they're doing it, he's doing it in such a way where it's like, you really feel like the emotions in it. So
Yeah, and he's always got his his he has like such an interesting way of like mixing humor in sort of a melancholy way.
yeah, for
And
sure.
I yeah, Andres, man, he slaps so hard. And it was so hyped to have a song with him. And he's another person who is so kind. So
Oh yeah.
talking with him and getting this whole thing figured out and allowing it to be dropped on like all of our Spotify's collectively was such a nice thing because he didn't have to.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, he's just such a sweet guy.
I should probably hit him up sometime for sure.
Absolutely. I would definitely recommend it. He's a funny dude too.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, likes to party.
Yeah, I've heard. I I was hoping I could go see him. He's coming through to Michigan, or maybe he already came. I just know it's on a weird date for me, and I don't know if I can get it off.
Oh, I feel you. Well, I saw him at I didn't see him because there's some other band who was playing at the same time as him, but I saw him play with Strawberry Girls. They did
Ooh,
what's that song they had together?
Party Nights,
Party Nights. Yeah, that's
my
which
one of
is
my
like
favorite songs.
I ran into like Zach and what's his name before, and I was like, "Yo, are y'all Andres is here? Are y'all gonna play Party Nights with him?" And they were like, "I don't know, maybe." It's up to
Keeping it
him or something
coy.
like that. Yeah. It's like we might. It's up to him or something is what they said, something like that. So
That's got to be a tough song vocally too. So I'm sure he was like, well,
after
yeah,
doing
for the
his own
fans.
set, or I don't, yeah, it was after his set.
Mm,
Yeah, so even
man, I wish
harder,
I could have
right?
seen that.
Yeah, it was fun for sure. Feel like I don't know how, but like I saw Strawberry Girls like I think 4 or 5 times last year.
They're another band I've been wanting to see. I just haven't been able to get out to any shows lately.
Oh, I feel you. Same here. I've just been saving up for So What.
I'm gonna have to stop by So What at one of these years.
Just DM what's his name? Fuck. Zemer. Yeah. Hit him up and be like, yo, let me get on So What?
First, I gotta get a
I
backing band
mean,
for that.
well, I mean, he does like it's not like a competition, but he does like submissions though. So you could potentially
Mm,
pull it off, I think. But I don't know if they actually took it that seriously this year because I think a lot of bands signed up for it. But I mean, doesn't hurt.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
exactly.
And I'd be taking shots like crazy.
And then from there you go to For Whom Doth the Light Turn?
Yes, yes. That was a song title given to me by my wonderful wife when we were at a traffic light. I
That's
I've told the story before, but I was like half asleep and we were coming back from something, and both of the lights at the intersection were red, and she was like, "For whom doth the light turn?" It just had me cracking up, and I was like, "I'm putting that in my phone right now."
that's hilarious actually. Like that's just I don't know, that's
She's a little
classic
goober,
old
man.
English right there, right?
And yeah, that one features my own blood brother. And
Grow.
then yes, Grow is my brother. He has the last verse on the track.
Look
And
him
me,
up real quick.
oh yeah, he is fire. Yeah, he's a uh R&B slash rap artist.
Oh, right
Um,
on.
he shows me his music. He has like 72 songs just ready to go at all times. Because he's just constantly making music. Like, and every time I go over to my parents' house, he's showing me like a new album's worth of music that he's got ready to go.
Those are the best artists. Just got like they just make music every day.
Yeah, he's just like that.
Is that the first time you all collab together, or like?
The first time since I became a metal artist. Oh, I guess that's not technically true. I did a rap feature for him way back before he changed his rap name to Grow. But this was the first time I had him on one of my tracks. As kids, we always collabed with each other and would throw different rap beat tracks together, and they were all garbage. But as this is like our first time as adults doing a serious track together.
All right. I mean that's fun and not like you gotta grow, right?
Yeah, you got to grow exactly.
So do you think y'all will work together more in the future?
Oh yeah, we actually have another track. I've told people about this one. I don't know when it's coming out, but I guess I got 4 tracks in the back burner. We have one with Notions, me, my brother, and
Oh,
Notions.
oh fuck yeah.
I've been hinting at that one for a while. It's just trying to figure out the proper date to get it released so I'm not also interrupting a Notions track. They put
Do
out
you
a
have
track
any
every Friday.
do you have any idea like when that'll happen
Um,
or like a not I mean obviously not like a hard date, but like how many months we're talking you think before
yeah, let me just do the math real quick. Let me see what we got going on in July.
doing actual math?
Yeah, I would say it's going to be this year for certain.
Okay.
It's going to be somewhere in between July and November. It'll either
All
be,
right.
yeah, because I have a song specifically I'm saving for December. So it'll be before that track, but somewhere in there, somewhere in either fall or late summer.
I feel you. That I'm looking forward to that for sure. I mean,
Oh,
obviously
that one.
your first Notions collab was cool as fuck. So
I think people are going to like this one a lot more. This one's crazy.
oh,
My brother snapped on this one.
all right. So like, do you think you and your brother would ever like do like a real like project together or just features?
We've talked about it. It's tough because I would want to do a metal project, and I think he would too. It's just tough trying to get that together while also working on all the projects I got going currently. But that's definitely something we would want to do. Probably like a small EP.
I feel you. I feel you. Because I mean, my brother plays drums and I like play guitar and sing. I'm like, I don't think we could ever do it. I don't, at least not right now.
Oh, really? That's like the perfect combination. You already got a drummer.
I
That's
know
all you
it's a
want to do.
perfect combination, and yet after all these years, I think it's. Well, I mean, it's not like we haven't tried, but I think it's. I think we decided that it's just for the best, maybe not to.
You sometimes, yeah, sometimes
Yeah, let's
there's a
give him
lot
another
of,
5, and we'll see.
yeah. Sometimes you realize friends are better as friends rather than coworkers when
Oh yeah.
it comes to music.
Hmm.
So I totally get that.
That car go by real quick.
Only
So
heard it for a brief second.
yeah. So what are you like most excited about that you're working on right now?
I think the Elizabeth Grace track, because I
All
got a
right.
bunch of stuff, a lot of artwork and other little things that are going to go with that one. That one has me really excited. And I know my
Okay.
wife has had it stuck in her head for quite a while. And
Ooh,
she's like, just put it
that's how
out
you know
already.
that's how you know it's good, right? Because it's like
Yeah.
if you get stuck in your head, if someone gets stuck in their head, like that's like that's what you want right there.
And I'm really excited for this next track. I just got it uploaded. That's kind of why I'm looking to the side. I've been
You're just watching
yeah, yeah,
that
watching the
bar
little
go.
thing tick down. And my distributor was not being kind to me. But we got it up there. I'm excited for people to hear Q sort of return to his home genre.
He's gonna bring back that marionette, or I guess you said earlier he's not. It's kind of a whole different thing for him, right?
Yeah, it's sort of a mix of both, and I loved what he did. You're gonna get a bit of Q and a bit of old school marionette.
Like meeting together, and it's
Yeah,
just all
it's
right.
like an evolution. I really like it, and he's
I
been
love
talking to
that.
me about some other projects he's working on, and I'm pretty excited for all that.
So it's gonna have kind of like that, like it's gonna have like a marionette feel, I guess, or
I would say a little bit, sort of that modern disco vibe.
okay. Oh, I mean, that's a classic, at least for me. I mean, maybe
Yeah,
not
that's.
the rest of the world, but like I jam that shit all the time.
Oh, I just played it today on the way back home.
Right.
Yeah, that one's got me pretty excited. I think all the songs I've gotten mixed uh so far have just I'm pumped to put them out.
Right on, right on. So like what has been like inspiring you lately? What music have you been looking to like make all this music you're making right now?
Grapevine gossip.
Grapevine gossip?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean honestly, it's same here.
Yeah, everything they put out is absolutely fire. And um I've just been all the people that I've worked with really make me super inspired. Like the local scene has been pretty fire. All of the people I've been collaborating with, they've just got me super inspired. There's another band locally called Nights Like These. I highly recommend checking them out. I think you'd
All
really
right.
like them. Steven of Hiragana, um,
Okay.
he's also in Nights Like These. So
Hiragana is cool as fuck too.
yeah, Hiragana's super sick. Sebastian has been killing it over there. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see what they got coming because I've been hearing rumors of what they're working on.
Ooh, all right. I mean, Sebastian's honestly like a terrific vocalist.
Oh
He's
yeah.
like he's his range is crazy.
Yeah, and it's definitely upgraded from his Tross days. He took a brief break and came back on fire.
Just just on fire.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's cool that like your whole scene is just like lifting you up, and like seems like everyone's just kind of like it's like
Yeah.
competitive, but like it's like everyone is not just helping, but like they're inspiring everyone else to
Yeah,
do
they're very
better.
collaborative and everyone is just trying to boost everyone else up. So it's super cool. And yeah,
I
I think
mean,
that's what gets me the most inspired. I really want to get back out into the scene, start playing some more shows again. Just gotta find the right members.
find the right band. I mean, would Ryan be like the guy who's writing your stuff? Would he be one of the ones, or is he just a guy you write with?
uh Ryan, if you so Ryan lives in Canada, but if
Okay.
Ryan lived in Michigan, absolutely. We actually talked about it for a brief bit about maybe him flying out here every once in a while, but it's just very expensive and he had a lot of life changes. So but yeah, Ryan for certain would be in.
I
We've
mean,
got a couple members, but we're just looking to fill it out.
fill it all out. I mean, when you say like Canada, are you talking about like close to Michigan, Canada, or are you like somewhere
No,
far
no,
away?
like West Coast Canada.
West Coast. Okay, yeah, that's pretty far.
Yeah. I'm thinking
But
he's either West Coast or mid or yeah, he moved recently, so it was even further.
far enough away where it's like not kind of a hard
Yeah,
possibility right now. But
but he said if I ever played shows close to Canada, he'd come out, and I was like, "Well, you can get on stage with me."
have
You
y'all
know the
ever actually
song?
met each other, or
No, no, we text quite a bit. He sent me a nice gift for my wedding. He's a great guy.
oh, awesome. I mean, it's kind of crazy these days. You can just kind of like make music with people you don't even like. You've never
Yeah,
actually met in person. It like more like you more that happens more often than I think most people even expect.
yeah, that's happening all the time. I mean, even the Grapevine Gossip guys. I mean, most of the time, as they told me, they do all their music remote. Um,
And even though they're like more or less in the same area, I guess
yeah,
they're not all in Grand Rapids, but like they're all pretty
oh,
close
they're
to.
all very very close. I think probably Shay lives the furthest from or AJ. lives the furthest from the guys, if I had to guess, because I know or at least I'm thinking Sebastian still lives in Muskegon. I'm not certain on that, but I know they live close enough where we've all gotten together before, and um we sorry, I got like this app that keeps popping in the background. It's throwing
Oh, that's all good.
but yeah, they live close enough to get together. And I know they do when they go to do vocals, but a lot whenever they're getting ideas together, they work remote. So it's nice, especially when 2020 hit. It made it much easier for all of us to just kind of collab remotely and get stuff still rolling.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably forced people more into that. Like you have to like the whole making music with people like haven't actually met because of 2020. Now it's even more. It's not like not that it was frowned upon, but it's more like
Normalized.
normalized.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah. It closed down the world, but it definitely opened up the scene, in my opinion.
Exactly. And well, I mean, just the possibilities, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like Galleons is like a guy in Australia and a guy in Russia, and then the guy in the other part of Russia, or something like that.
Oh wow.
But did you say you're in Muskegon still, or
No, I'm in Zealand. It's not super far from Grand Rapids. It's like 20 minutes from Grand Rapids.
all right?
It's a nice little Dutch area.
Actually, I I visited Kalamazoo like a year and a half ago.
Oh,
Visit
okay.
a girl,
Oh.
but I mean it wasn't whatever. But I was kind of like, fuck, maybe I can get her to like go see the Amish or whatever over there.
Yeah, where I grew up in Remus, it's Remus is a town that is an intersection. If you drive through the intersection, you have just left Remus, and there were Amish people all over. It was more Amish than anything else. So you can definitely find them around Michigan for certain.
um, are the Amish are they fans of your music or?
Mainly because I do it mostly online. Probably not.
Probably not. All right.
I bought my dog from an Amish family though. That was
Oh,
interesting.
right on. Yeah.
They all spoke Hebrew fluently, and it was
Hebrew. Oh, okay.
yeah, never heard it before. It was really cool though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of like a whole thing because like they don't really have Amish people like in Texas. It's really, I think it's just a Midwest thing, right?
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah. No Amish down here. No.
Just cowboys.
Though I mean, my grandpa is friends with Mennonites or whatever, which I think it's like kind of like that, but they're not really like
Yeah,
no technology people either. But
they're they're kind of the same, but they're like a I'd say a more modern mix of Amish, I guess.
so, one last thing I want to ask you before I get to like recent listens, and that was, I thought it was really cool that you like mentioned us in your rap. I guess it was
Oh
like two
yeah.
years ago. That was super cool. I really appreciate that because I don't think anyone that I know of has referenced me in a rap before. So that's really cool. I appreciate that.
Hey, no problem. I was listening to you guys quite a bit, and I was trying to figure out what could I do to like make people understand that Tross isn't dead because you know, we're working on stuff, and I just didn't want to make social media posts every week saying, "Yep, couple months, maybe we'll have something." So I was like, "All right, I'm gonna do something to just keep us, I guess, out there." And I was reading a lot of Anthony Pacheco's posts about like getting your social media popping, and I was trying to think of what I could do, and I was like, well, I rap. I was like, at first I was like, you know what, I'll take all of our fans favorite Pokemon and I'll throw them in a rap. And then I was like, what if I just took took the names of all these bands I jam and the podcast, like the growing online scene, and threw them all in a rap. And then I just started jotting stuff down, and I was like, yeah, I think I could do something like that.
And I mean, it came out very well. Honestly, I thought it was super cool. I mean, I don't remember exactly. I don't remember because I've heard it in a long time. But like, I mean, I remember something about like appear on the demo team or whatever is what she said,
Yeah.
something like that, which I thought that was super cool. I mean, you're talking about all these bands in the scene, and it's kind of almost like nudging in this way. Of course, I mean, it's good in that regard, but also I mean, it was just a cool like rap too. So
Yeah, I just wanted to give everyone their flowers and show that like that I'm jamming them. Like I wanted them to know that like uh the Tross boys, we love everything that they're doing, and we just kind of wanted to give them like a I guess it wouldn't really be a boost because we're smaller than them, but we just wanted to like I guess like a shout out.
yeah, I appreciate the shout out. I mean, I think everyone did. It was super cool. But I guess let's get to what have you been listening to lately?
Ooh, let me peep my Spotify. Oh, there was a I guess there's something um that I did want to sort of mention that no one really knows that's happening right now. But yes, there's a big sort of compilation album that has been worked on behind the scenes, and no one's really known that it's been happening. So I figured I would mention it now that we finally got it all together and it's slated for September. Um, it is a collaboration between Fires of the Albatross, Pulses, Space Weather, Lilac Kings, Little Geronimo, Post Prophets, Children of Mana, Martyr for Madison, and no, Haven State. I
Ooh,
think that's all.
that's juicy right there. That's a compilation.
Yes, it is. Let me just pull up the. I just want to make sure I didn't forget anyone because we've had bands drop and bands join as we've been putting it together. But it is a cover compilation of Thursday's Full Collapse.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, we've been working on it in the background. I'm super excited about it, and we're finally able to get it all fully together. So we have all of the mixes and masters, and now it was just about figuring out when we were going to drop it, and it sounds like everybody's in for September.
Oh, dude, that's demo team exclusive I've ever heard of
Yeah,
it. That's
I figured
awesome.
I'd drop it here since everyone is friends and they're all friends of the podcast. So I figured I'd give you the exclusive. Let me just
Bro,
make sure I didn't
that's
forget any. Oh, Hornbill is another one that's on it. And Goodberry.
and you said September?
Yes, September is the tentative date. We don't have a specific date, but the month of September will be the month.
All right. Well, I'm I'm looking forward to that for sure. Some of the coolest news I've ever heard on here. So,
I'm super excited about it. I'll send you the artwork because I think the artwork is pretty cool. So
oh, okay. I mean,
it was an idea that Lucas, our singer, had to do, and then he got quite a few of the bands. I hit up we basically just hit up as many people as we could get. And we're very thankful for all of the people. I'm really thankful for Lilac Kings. They mastered all of the tracks for everybody. And Doug, our drummer, mixed the tracks for quite a few of the bands there. So yeah, super excited for it. All of the covers have come together quite amazingly, and I'm pretty pumped.
just hearing about it. Are you a big Thursday fan or?
Me personally, no. But Lucas is a huge Thursday fan. James, our guitarist, is a huge Thursday fan, and a lot of I mean, pretty much all of the bands that we talked to were like, Thursday, hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
see.
well, I'm fucking hyped about that. I'll tell you what.
So I'm pretty pumped. I think people are really gonna enjoy it, and it was
Well,
sick to get to work with everybody.
oh, I bet. I mean, that's like the whole scene right there.
Yeah. And there were quite the any name that you would hope to be on it that is not on it. um they weren't like excluded from it. They just had other things going on.
I I feel it. I feel it. Well, I gotta get going, but this has been a really cool interview. Thank you so much. I'm so glad we finally got to like get this going. I feel like it's been what, like 2 years we've been trying to.
Yeah.
It's the first time I messaged you to be on, so of
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's been absolutely
course.
fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, it's there's so much cool music we talked about. Can't wait to put this out. So
Well, thank you so much for having me on. And if people are still listening, go listen to Demo Team.
go listen to Laylines. Go listen to Five of the Albatross.
Hey, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming on.